So guys, we need to talk about that Love Island influencing and creating a different platform and avenue for yourself outside of all that transition that, you know, Love Islanders go through. This episode, we had Jourdan Riane, content creator, influencer, and ex-Love Island castmate. And she speaks about creating her own brand outside of the show and being someone much more. And you can see these examples with Molly May, Josh Denzel, and we're seeing it with Jourdan now. So stay tuned, keep watching and enjoy. Hello guys and welcome to The Digest, and we are here with the amazing, sorry like guys, this is actually my hun.
No,
like,
Bin.
This is actually Bay. Like,
Bin Bay.
Literally.
Bin.
Jourdan, the one and only business owner.
Hi guys.
Bad babe.
Not business owner.
Business owner. A whole business owner.
That's new. I love it.
We're going to get into that because you are a business owner.
Yeah.
Yourself is a business and skincare. Don't
But that's crazy. Oh my God, I've never said that. I need to start saying that.
You literally are in business meetings.
Because, please, absolutely. But I've never actually said it. I like it.
Entrepreneur.
Okay, that might have been the best intro I've ever had. Okay, I like it. I like it.
Welcome, Jourdan.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on. Jourdan's our first guest. Episode 1.
Stop.
Literally.
Very excited.
So
this is going to be a good one. It's going to be juicy.
With her energy. Love that for you. How have you been?
Tired. I'm a tired babe. But do you know what? I've been really, really good. The year's been exhausting, but so productive. So I'm grateful for that. I'm always grateful for that.
Amazing. And you've literally been doing so much. But we're going to start at the beginning. We have to go back to the beginning.
So let's rewind.
Don't know. Me and Jourdan went to the same college.
God, years. How? Jesus.
I don't know.
That's almost 11 years.
Is it 11? No,
yeah.
11 years?
That would have been, for me, it would have been, nearly 11 years. Yikes. 11 years since I left.
11 years.
Yeah, because we would have left at 18, and I'm a couple months off 29. Yeah. Lord God.
It was a long
Yikes.
time. It was a long time ago.
It was a while.
What was college like?
College was, do you know what? Before I went to college, I went to like an all-girls grammar school, sixth form, and I just felt like I was in this bubble, and I felt like I didn't know your everyday person. I felt like I was limited to like these like extraordinarily studious girls, and they were incredible, but I was like, I need my everyday people. So college for me was like one of the best things I could have done to just like meet people from everywhere, every different background. I loved it. It was interesting. It was interesting. My cousin went to the same college, which probably was the worst decision we ever made, but it was because he's like a brother to me. We're only 6 months apart, and that was like it was intense for our relationship. But
I can imagine.
Best time. Did you enjoy it though?
It was nice.
It was interesting.
Yeah, it was good. No, I was literally the same as you. So I came from an all-girls school as well. So we were both like. Okay,
it was a different environment.
100%, where it was like mixed and different energies.
A lot of energies. It was a lot of energy. Do you know what though? I'm really grateful for that experience because I don't know how my social skills would have been if I, at that age, wasn't forced into a situation where you had to learn about different people.
That's actually true. Yeah. Obviously, in college as well, you were saying you were doing modelling, you were acting, you were going to move to America at one point. What was your thought process behind all of that?
So I've actually spent a large portion of my time in America, but the moving process went to crap when lockdown happened. So it actually was literally meant to happen the year of lockdown, and they were like, you ain't going nowhere. You're not even leaving your yard. So let alone another country. So lockdown kind of made that really difficult. And then the visa process after lockdown, they were like, we're not letting no one in. So for a good 2 years following lockdown, it's only this year that they've opened it back up. They were like, like it was nonsense. Like you needed the vaccine. But even aside from that, they just stopped letting visa applications happen. So that was difficult, but my process still is, and is the same from then of like, I still do my modeling. I actually still do my acting. And there's a few things that have come out like this year, and like I'm still trying to leave the UK. Just America needs to just be a little bit nicer.
It needs to
to just open arms. Be a little better.
Why did you want to go to America? Because obviously a lot of artists always like, you know what, America, you get more opportunities. Was this your same thought process?
Yeah, so I think When I was younger, I didn't really know because I hadn't been. But from going, it is so true about the opportunities. Don't get me wrong, it's a dog-eat-dog world. Like, I think everywhere in the world is like that, and it is hellish in America. But they will genuinely be like, well, if you want to do this and it doesn't exist, we'll make it work. Whereas I do feel like sometimes in the UK, it's very much like, well, it doesn't exist. That's full stop.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, there is a ceiling, and beyond the ceiling is out of the UK.
Yeah.
So,
jeez, everyone has to leave the UK to make it, basically. Jourdan, you're taking us with you?
Come. Listen, if I could bring everyone, I'd be like, come. Like, I genuinely feel this, it's difficult there, but I do feel like a lot more of an embrace there, and like man, especially being black, they're like, come, they're here for the black people rising. They're there for it. They are. So, you know, it works for some, it does. It works for some, and for some it doesn't. So I guess once I'm there, we'll see.
Yeah. Do you ever have the fear of, how about if I go there and it doesn't work out, what am I going to do next?
No, it's not an option.
Period.
No. No, I'm not scared of that at all. I'm like, good. It's going to happen. It's already done. I just need to be there. So yeah, no, I'm actually not worried about it.
Good. And you mentioned lockdown.
Yeah.
Obviously that was a crazy time.
Yeah.
I felt like influencing was like an all-time high.
It peaked.
Was that the same for you?
Oh,
you still getting the same brands and
better. People? Yeah.
Really?
Was, I would say, the time with content creating and influencing stuff that personally I thrived the most.
Okay, nice.
It was the time that I learned how to be more creative. It's where I taught myself how to edit my old, like the styling videos I used to do with like the crazy disappearance, like all the crazy stuff I learned during lockdown. It was the time that I felt like I couldn't be stagnant. So I really poured into the creativity side of it. And I think that because you couldn't go anywhere, everyone had to be online. So I think across the board, for anyone who was on a social platform, whatever it was, it just peaked. TikTok even took off in lockdown.
How do you find TikTok?
Can't stand it.
Oh God! TikTok, why?
I love TikTok because I like to scroll for 7 hours and not realize I'm not eat because I'm scrolling. Like I love it for that. No, because I will get distracted, babe. Oh my God.
How about
hours? Yeah, that's. I'll do it.
Yeah,
I do it, but I don't. I can't get with the speed of it. Like I feel like it changes too rapidly for me, but I have no choice but to be on it.
It's true. And do you feel like it's hindering or influencing that creator industry?
Both.
Okay.
I think it has opened up the biggest doors possible for all types of creatives, but I think because you don't have to be creative to go far on it, it also can hinder your creativity because you literally don't have to do anything on it. Like you don't actually have to put in an effort to go far. You just need to be consistent, and like the average view time is 20 seconds. 20 seconds. So it's like, what creativity can you really do in that? So I do feel like it can sometimes, for the people that are like really delve deep into creativity, it strips you of it, but it also enables people who aren't so like in depth with creativity to explore different realms of creativity and make it happen.
20 seconds. That's crazy. But your styling videos was never that long, and you always used to do that disappearing.
They were.
But they were so good.
They were over a minute.
Why did you stop?
Because no one cares. So I was like, I'm not spending 5 hours doing it when you don't actually care to see the work anymore. People's like mental time to watch things has so rapidly decreased. It's like, why would I spend 6 hours doing something? Because I would spend hours a day like filming, editing, changing it, making the transitions line up, like learning new ones which worked before, that people are like, that's great, but I just want to see your outfit now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, might as well simplify it. They were long.
But do you think they will work for TikTok? TikTok lets you post 10 minutes now.
Nah, I don't think that'll work. I mean, do you know what? I can try.
Yeah.
When I first jumped on TikTok, they were working.
Okay.
But I think it's because people were still in that frame of mind of watching minute-long videos.
Yeah.
Whereas now I feel like unless it's something like YouTube or you are someone that is known for having long videos.
Let's say that.
Yeah.
Because there's so many influencers, like Aaliyah's face, I love her. Like,
love
oh
her.
my gosh, no,
love her.
She's the best. Like, I literally
love her.
And her videos are so long.
So long.
People are still okay watching like literally her vlogs are like 2 hours.
But she's known for it. So I feel like when you've got like your dedicated audience, they're not going anywhere. Like Jackie Aina's vlogs are so long as well, but I will never not watch her stuff.
True.
But there are other people who are like new and like just jumping on TikTok or like blowing on TikTok that their videos are 30 seconds and that is why it's working.
It's becoming like a new Google kind of thing.
Yeah. Honestly, people take things that you hear and see on TikTok for gospel.
And that's crazy.
That is their Bible. Gospel. TikTok said this happened, it happened.
And there's so many like news sites that will actually credit TikTok as their source. Yeah. That's crazy.
Anyone can say anything these days. It's mad. It's a mad world.
It is a mad world. And that's what we have to go on to, like, Love Island.
Yes.
That was a mad world for you.
That was the best and worst time for me, like, ever in my life. Like, the show itself, being on it, phenomenal. Like, I had an experience that truly, when they say, like, you have to have been there to, it is that, like, you can't, it's indescribable. Like, it was insane. But coming off, wasn't like, the public can be very unforgiving. And again, they take what they see on an edited show for gospel. Even if you've done wrong, or if you're affiliated with someone they think has done wrong, that's it. Like, you're done. And I've spent coming up to nearly 5 years distancing myself from it so much that sometimes people forget I even done it, which I love.
Rebrand.
Yeah, like, I'm grateful for it. It was incredible, but I'm done with it.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You mentioned coming off the show. What was it like?
It is intense. I think especially for people that have been on the show that come from like really small towns from out of London, it is really overwhelming. I think it was easier to balance when you're from London and you know so many people anyway. But especially coming from, like, I left with Danny and he's from Hull. Like, we stupidly went to Stratford Westfield like 2 days after we came off, and it was actual carnage. So it was like you just couldn't go anywhere. So getting back to normality was weird. And I think sometimes in that shift of how you have to maneuver for just things like your own safety, like we had death threats, we had people spike our drinks when we went out. We had a fight break out where someone tried to like physically harm us, and security had to literally like hide us behind a gate. Like, it was crazy. If you do something wrong, depending on what you've done, it's Armageddon. So it was a roller coaster, but I'm also very grateful for the brands that did not know who I was before, that I was then able to build and create a relationship with thereafter, that I now have long-term relationships with. So there's definitely a positive to it. Yeah,
exactly. And there's two ways. So you can either go up or you can go back down to your to your little life. I feel like you've literally gone up, and brands
slowly but surely.
Okay.
Yeah. It's definitely been I wouldn't say it went like that. It definitely is like a slow, gradual, but I think the brands that welcomed me with open arms, I'm really grateful for, but I do put a lot of it down to actually separating myself from it. So a lot of the brands I work with don't work with the version of me from Love Island. They work with the content creator that I became after, if that makes sense.
Yes, that does. That's beautiful. And just going back to Love Island quickly, what was the biggest lesson you learned from the show, about yourself especially?
Probably different ways to deal with negativity.
Yeah.
Both in and out. Yeah. Different ways to deal with negativity, and like how to emotionally detach yourself from things that really has nothing to do with you. Like, someone else's opinion has nothing to do with me. It's not my problem.
What do you do when you see like all these comments and all these nasty people? Like, what do you do now? Truthfully, I haven't received a negative comment since I last spoke on Love Island. Nice.
The last time I spoke about Love Island, that was the last time I had negativity, and I don't care, because you don't know me. So your opinion doesn't bother me. I don't care. Yeah. So as much as I respect that everyone can have them, and I can understand that I might say something and people might interpret it however they wish to, unless you're paying my bills, Unless you're paying my bills, that's great. If you don't like me, congratulations. Have a lovely day. That's it.
Did it take you a while to get to that point?
Yeah. I was in like severe depression when I came off the show. Like never felt like that in my life. Like I was at rock bottom trying to deal with it for a good 6-7 months. And trigger warning. And I should have said that first. Emotionally, I was like the worst I have ever experienced in my life. So it took me a good year to like actually get to a point of being like, do you know what? It doesn't even matter. Wow. So now I'm like, who cares? Yeah.
And how did you overcome that?
Therapy. Okay. Love therapy. Swear by therapy. And just truly like drowning myself in my real life people, like completely separate from social media. I even stopped posting myself. My mum and my cousin and one of my friends at the time ran my social media for me, so I didn't have to go on it.
Wow.
Yeah, for a while they ran everything. So
even after the show.
Mm-hmm. I was like, I cannot. If I open it and see a word that is going to trigger me, I just can't. So for a while they took over that, and then when I like realized that my real life people the only people I care about.
Exactly.
Then I was like, oh, okay. And also, people change like the wind. Mm-hmm. Like, by the time the show was done and 6 months later, they done Love Island Winter, no one cared anyway.
You've mentioned about like detaching yourself. Do you feel like, because obviously people like Molly Maeve's done the same and everything. Do you feel like that's the only way to go about the show, like to make a success of yourself?
No, I think it depends on how you are when you come off the show. I think it depends on how the public perceives you. But I think naturally people detach from it anyway because there's so many seasons after. There's been what, 5 seasons since ours? Four seasons. So I think like naturally you do distance yourself from it because the main topic of conversation becomes the newest Love Islanders. So 100%. I think it does help depending on the way you want to go career-wise.
And do you still speak to anyone from the show at all?
Yeah, I still speak to some people. Like, I think naturally all of us have just done our own paths, but I think all of us, for the most part, get on.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But life after the show has been amazing for you.
It's been really good of late. Yeah, really, really good.
I love that for you. We have to talk about Tarsi Skin.
Yeah.
Yes, honey.
Oh my God.
Explain to us, what is Tarsi Skin?
So ironically, Tarsi actually came about in lockdown.
Okay.
So when I said I was like the peak of my creativity, Tarsi came about in lockdown, and I felt like in lockdown, everyone was creating a brand, but they were, no disrespect to anyone, they were all very similar. I feel like everyone became either a home baker or a gym fiend and had a workout routine and a workout guide, or they went down the realm of like loungewear and clothing or swimwear for when lockdown ended. And I was like, I really want to create one, but I didn't want it to be any of those. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do and how I was going to do it, but I knew the name. So Tarsi is actually Greek for the word trend. Okay. And I felt like in lockdown, everyone was just jumping on the trend of being a business owner. Yeah. And I was like, how ironic would it be to have a brand called Trend? Definitely. And I was like, but I don't actually want to call a brand Trend. So I looked into different languages that run through my family. So like Italian runs through my family. I've got Greek within my family, like people that speak Greek. So I was like, okay, let me look within the languages that my family have, like French and stuff. Found Tarsi and was like, oh my God, what a sexy name. And I was like, I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm doing it. So I done it, trademarked it, and was like, whatever it is I develop, this is it. That's it. Then I spent 2 years working. Came across 2 different brand development companies. And it just didn't work. They didn't understand my vision. One of them very much tried to push me into like the fast cosmetics. Oh, here's some ready-made lip glosses, just put your name on it. And I was like, I'm not a makeup babe like that. No. And then I met the company I do it with now. They're called Iconic Brands. Nice. And it is what it is now. I was like, this is my vision. I don't know how I'm going to do it. And they were like, bet. Took it out of my brain and put it into like an actual thing. And then together we were like, this is it. This is it. Like very much like, this is what I want to do. And they were like, cool, we'll make it happen. First 2 products are a cleanser and a serum. They're made in Milan and they are plant-based. 99% plant-based. They're vegan, they're organic, they're clean.
Amazing.
They're like 0% everything. But they're actually made from food-grade ingredients. So everything is actually made from food.
Ooh.
So the cleanser's made from like lemon skins, grape skins, apples, like you could literally edible, like whole wheat, like edible. And the serum has vitamin A, C, E, and Q in it.
Nice.
So it looks like this.
What made you come up with the packaging?
So I wanted it to be clean. Yeah.
100%.
Clean, but not grey, because I feel like most skincare brands are like grey and white. So I was like, I really like mint green. Like, I think it's green represents cleanliness anyway. So I was like, I really want green. Myself and the team were like, okay, what can we do that is new? The formulation already doesn't exist. And we really, really wanted to target it as something for everyone. I feel like a lot of skincare brands, people feel like are mainly for women. And I've intentionally made sure the way it's been marketed, the models we had on set were men included. Like, everyone can use it. But I also wanted to make sure that it was clean enough to mix with other brands. 100%. So there's like, it's not medicated.
Oh, good.
It's all just for the purpose of like hydrating, lifting dark circles, anti-aging, like scarring, without it being something that penetrates so deeply that if you use like another brand's retinol product, it could clash. It doesn't.
Oh, good.
So this is my babies.
Oh, my God, good. How long did it take you? So obviously post lockdown.
Yeah.
How fast was that kind of transition into actually creating them?
Oh, 3 years. So yeah, the first 2 years were with the two companies that it didn't work out with, and then this company was for the most part of this year.
Okay.
And yeah, it's been a while. So like what we came up with is, so this is what it looks like underneath. Are we doing a zoom in?
Are we doing a zoom in?
Are we doing a zoom in? So I wanted to make sure it was something that, again, doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And I feel like most cleansers are like either a pump or like something like that. But this is like you twist it at the top and you put it straight on your face. So it's, I don't say hands-free, but you don't have to rub it in. So you literally like, it twists and locks. This also can just be wiped clean.
Cute.
For like hygiene stuff. And then...
You've got it all sorted.
Yeah, listen. I knew. Listen.
Oh my gosh.
Then this is like a push down pump.
Cool. Oh,
with all the products. So
a nice little pipette.
All the beads are different vitamins. So this is what it looks like.
Oh my gosh.
So the balls just dissolve into your skin. Dissolve.
Was there actually
balls?
Quite ballsy.
Yeah. No, put it on the back of your hand.
Oh
they literally...
Right, come on.
They literally dissolve.
Oh, look at
when you rub it in, and then your skin is hydrated.
They actually do dissolve.
Yeah, they just disappear.
They've gone.
Really good.
Oh my gosh. And how did you come up with like all these different elements to it?
So the manufacturers we work with in Italy, they're family owned, which I really, really love. Like when I say it's tiny, like it is a tiny place.
Yeah.
And they are really, truthfully, part of the brains behind creating something that's new.
Good. That is actually perfect.
Yeah. This is my baby.
How do you feel now that it's out there into the world? How's the reaction been to it?
The launch party was insane.
Sorry, tape. How did you get a launch party at tape? When I told my friend, oh, let's go to Jourdan's like launch party, she was like, oh, where is it? And I was like, tape. And she was like, how does she get a launch party at Tape London?
I am really grateful for mine and the team's relationships because
amazing.
They pulled through. We had 4 different alcohol sponsors for the whole night. We had like rum punch and vodka and pineapple tequila shots. We had hot and juicy shrimp cater. We had Mr. P and the Belly Desserts do like a whole sweet, like a candy cart with all different types of sweets, ice creams, sorbets, everything you can imagine. So I really, really am grateful for the relationships I have with these people that are more than just social relationships. They're like family to me. And that's what made it possible. And then, we hand-built gigantic versions of the products. So there was 2-meter tall, humongous versions of these products inside.
Wow.
And we just converted the entirety of Tape to look like a wilderness. Like everything was covered in moss, in grass, in lemons, and all the ingredients that are in it was all over Tape. Like the whole thing was green. We built a literal shower covered in moss and grass, and then had a dancer in it, so it looked like she was showering in the forest.
Wow.
And nearly 400 people in the end showed up.
In Tape That's wild. That is absolutely amazing. How did you feel at that night and after? Just seeing
I cried. My lashes were like up here. My lashes, if you see any pictures of me, there's a reason you haven't seen any pictures.
Jourdan, I saw one picture, I was like, Jourdan was defo crying.
Babe, my lashes, I had green eyeliner on, and the lash was above the eyeliner. Me and my makeup artist were like, do not post this. This cannot be seen by anyone, because I cried. I cried I cried during my speech.
Yeah.
I cried when my aunts turned up. Every person that turned up and was like, I'm so proud of you. Oh my God. Dude. I cried. There was a queue round the corner. The doors were meant to close at 8:30. They closed the doors at 10:30 because they could not get everyone in on time. Like, it was insane, and all I done was cry my eyes out. It's so overwhelming. So overwhelming.
Oh, but that must be so nice to see everyone come out to support you, though.
Couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And I'm just really, really grateful to have such amazing relationships with people that they're like, yeah, like, I'm there. Really grateful.
But some people do say, like, you know, when you bring out a product or you do anything new, you don't really get friends supporting you like that. Like, did you find that in this instance?
Not yet.
Okay.
And I'm saying not yet because I don't think that I am above that. So I have to say not yet because it's possible. Like, but currently, no. I've been really, really blessed to have the support of everyone that not only I show support to, but that just I have a good relationship with. So yeah, not yet, but I mean, we'll see as it goes along. By the time this comes out, it will be out, and there are already new products being developed already.
What's the exclusive? What's the new product, honey?
So I'll tell you one of them. Okay. The next one is a scrub.
Okay.
But not an abrasive scrub, because I want everything to be really gentle and can be used with every other brand's products. The balls within the scrub are like roll on the skin.
Oh, nice.
Instead. So
you're changing up the skincare line, honey.
I'm trying to do something that I genuinely don't think exists.
Okay.
I don't, especially when the person behind it is a black woman from the UK. Like, it's not something that is out there loads and loads and loads. If even a handful. So yeah.
So obviously you mentioned as well, as a black woman from the UK, do you feel like that's hard bringing out something new? Yeah.
I feel like it's really hard. I feel like, how do I word this? Oh, jeez. I feel like, within our community, we can definitely be better at supporting our community wholeheartedly. I think that's a good way of wording it.
Yeah.
I feel like it can be difficult because it can sometimes feel like if there is a slip or if something is done wrong or if a mistake is made or if a product doesn't live up to certain expectations, the first that will condemn can sometimes be our own. So I do feel an overwhelming feeling of pressure to make sure that there is nothing anyone can say. Like, there is nothing if you don't like it, you don't like it, but that's it. Not something intense. So yeah, I do feel like it is difficult. I feel like it's difficult as black people anyway to launch anything from any country you're in. I do feel like it feels sometimes like you're already a step behind, so you've got to work that extra hard. But yeah, I feel like the UK can be bad vibes sometimes. The UK can be bad vibes sometimes. So it makes it like, take aside the black side, the UK can be very, very negative and very quick to be like, we're done here with you. So it is a lot of pressure.
Actually true, because obviously Whitney, Love Island.
Love her,
a total babe. Yeah. She brought out her hair line, and then obviously she had that picture with all the black girls from Love Island, a few black girls from Love Island, and the first thing people on Twitter are doing, they're going in.
I don't have Twitter. I think Twitter is a breeding ground for hate.
It's true.
I hate Twitter with a passion. I will never have Twitter. I think it's a breeding. I think people are so unbelievably entitled to talk negatively on there, and I do not understand it. I can't stand it, and this is why.
Yeah, and you said it, like, it will be our own, the first ones to nitpick at the picture.
Yeah, man, just say congratulations. Who cares about the makeup? It's something to do with hair. No one's looking, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So one person could have one eyebrow. Who cares? Who cares? Like, who cares? Like, just support. Like, just say well done and congratulations. It's not easy. And also, I feel like the people saying it, where's yours? Like, no disrespect. Show me your business that you are a multi-millionaire to be chatting on someone else's. Like, you're rude. Just say congratulations and support.
That's it.
And if you've tried it and you don't like it, that's different. But if you've not even tried it and you're bashing, don't say anything at all, because unless you're coming and saying, this is how I've done it and I'm a multi-millionaire and I've got 10 successful brands, I don't want to hear it. Don't talk on someone else's, because you don't know what it's like. Behave yourself. This is why I don't, this is why I can't be on Twitter. People are rude. Just support the girl and be happy.
Yeah, and a lot of people are saying that, like, guys, like, it's really not that deep.
It's not that deep. Who cares if they've got makeup on? Okay.
Oh my gosh, the things people come up with, I don't know how they have time to just sit there and be writing these things.
Do you know why?
Too much time.
Because they're not building brands.
That's it.
They're not launching brands, so you have time. Go and build your own brand, and then come and talk to people that are trying to do it and really trying to push themselves at young ages as well. The girl's not like an old man launching a brand that's been doing it for 20 years. She's a young girl that is trying to launch something of her own.
Exactly.
Whether it was before or after Love Island, it doesn't matter. Like, that in itself deserves credit. Full stop. Who cares? Because let them have no makeup on. Oh, she's on the shoot. And she's got bags under her eyes.
You can't win.
You cannot win. You cannot win. And that's my issue. That's why you have to be like, I don't care for what you have to say. You have to. Because you'll cry yourself to sleep every night.
Do you see yourself influencing forever?
No. The biggest part of wanting to launch the brand is to get the hell off the gram. Like, no. Nah. I've given myself a time limit. I'll tell you off camera. Okay. But because people will, if they hear it, they'll be like, you said this many years.
True.
I've given myself a time limit, but yeah, ultimately the aim is to create brands, multiple brands, that I can live a quiet, peaceful life away from feeling the obligations to post on social media.
I love that. And what can we expect from you in 5 to 10 years?
I mean, you might not even see me, child.
Oh my gosh, you're
no. CEO of many companies.
Period.
Tasked to be one of the biggest clean skincare brands out there, especially black owned, for sure. But honestly, just a really happy private life, kids, marriage, keeping myself to myself. I still do acting and modeling really heavily away from social media as well. So that will also be thriving. But truthfully, like, just a peaceful, happy life in 5-10 years.
Beautiful.
And rich, wealthy.
Don't forget the rich.
Wealth for generations, for my grandkids.
Exactly. I love that for you. It's lovely to see the growth. To be honest, he's always been level-headed, like, since college.
We're getting there. College was interesting.
Sorry, I can't even talk about college without laughing. It's crazy, but I've loved chatting to you, my honey.
I've loved being here. I'm so happy. Thank you for having me.
Here for
hours.
I know you've got to go, so.
No, we're good. We'll catch up when the cameras are on.
Yeah, when the cameras
we'll catch up.
Off the record.
We'll catch up. But I'm really grateful, and thank you so much for having me.
No worries, my honey.
Very grateful. It's been fab.
If you enjoyed the interview, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and comment your thoughts down below. Tell a friend to watch.
That's really cute.
These are from ASOS. Nice little.
Oh, the ASOS do really nice rings.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Really nice rings.
Do you love ASOS?
Love ASOS.
Do you work with ASOS?
I do work with ASOS and Puma.
Oh my gosh.
I do. Ironically, I have to do a post for them today.
Really? Why am I so nervous?
Oh, don't, babes. This is basically our long overdue catch up.
Literally, our catch up. So I learned a lot about people.
No, you outed where we went.
Nah, don't worry.
Don't look into it.
I'm cutting out.
No one look into it. So you don't need to know.
Anymore, so it's okay. They're not going to find it.
Period. Leave it in. Can we go eat some cookies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ready? Done it.